Good morning, y'all. Welcome to Sweet Pea Southern Home. My name is Christy, and today we're going to take a little tour of the end of October garden. I can't believe it's almost the end of the month, and I have been working the last couple of days, and hopefully we'll finish up today on kind of getting some fall chores done, and I finally got all the mulch out that I needed to get out, so I'll turn you around a little bit. And you can see my mulch pile is getting smaller. So I'm gonna give you a little quick tour of what's growing and how things are doing. And let me scoot over. You can see happy little pig booties. They're eating this morning. It's early. And we got the whole garden reconfigured and fenced in with some new netting. I like it so much better than the netting that we had last year, so you'll be able to see that too. So let me turn you around and we'll get started. Okay. I hear squirrels in the tree getting acorns. I'm just gonna walk down, I think, each row, or I don't know, I'll just show you. This is broccoli. This whole row I know for sure is broccoli, and I did bring my notes with me so I could remember where I planted things, because honestly I have some stuff that's not really coming up, and I think I might have forgotten to plant part of a row. But this whole row here is broccoli. This row is cauliflower, and then if I turn around underneath the arch, which I really am liking the way that we reconfigured these rows between the arch, so that in the summertime when I have something covering the arch, this will get some shade, so I can plant some things here that don't need as much full sun. But I have some peas along here. A few of them didn't come up, but that's okay because I have plenty of other peas planted. This right here is some beets, and I'm gonna be filling in where some didn't come up here. These are my green beans that I've tried for one more crop of, since they didn't do so well for me. And this time I just tied them up yesterday so they wouldn't touch the ground. And let me show you which one. Wait, this one. I'm already getting some beans, so I'm excited about that. I think those will do better. These are my cucumbers. I just planted a few plants to see what would happen. I think we're scheduled to have a pretty mild winter, so we'll just see how those go. It's, you know, no loss if I don't get anything. And then I don't know if I planted something here, nothing came up, so I'm gonna replant that with something today. I brought my seeds out with me. So I'll walk down these two rows. This row is a combination of cabbage. Both of these rows, cabbage, cauliflower. There might be a few broccoli plants in there and some bok choy. I kind of got these mixed up when I was planting, but that's okay. We can definitely tell that this is bok choy, and it's really just about ready to be harvested, so I need to cook that soon. And if any of you know, if I cut off some of the leaves or even cut it at the bottom, will it regrow? I've never grown brassicas before, so I'm not really sure. Well, I take that back. I have grown broccoli once before, and I know that once you cut the main head, it'll make some side shoots. But there's another bok choy, and I see one more down there. So I think I only have 3 bok choys, which is fine. It's whatever. I can always try replanting. And so, like I said, this row is a mixed combination of stuff too. And there's a big empty spot there where something didn't grow. So, you know, later on in the season, I may, depending on how our weather goes, I may come back and replant some things. Now, right along here, these are the pelleted carrot seeds that I planted. And it looks like for the most part they all came up or are coming up. I know it's going to be hard for you to see, but the pelleted seed looks like it came up pretty good. So I'm excited about that because I love carrots. And this is the row that I think maybe I missed planting. I can't decide. I'm not sure if this is a weed or something I planted. Here's another. There are a couple of them, so I'm just gonna let them go and see what it is. But I brought some more seed out here with me today, so I'm gonna plant some other things through here. This is, I don't want to lie, I don't want to get it right. I believe this is mustards. These are mustards, but I'll walk back and look at my notebook and tell you. I couldn't hold my notebook and point at the same time, so it's over on the swing. These are, I believe, rutabagas, and I did not go thin them out, so I may need to do that. I think I potentially mislabeled some stuff, so I was just trying to let things grow a little more so I could see, because if this is something like mustards, I can come pick, you know, some of the younger leaves. But I thought I have this row labeled. I know I have this row labeled as rutabaga. I don't know if it is. I've never grown rutabaga. And I'm not, again, not sure what this is. It could be turnips. I really don't know. Because maybe that's some collards, because I thought that I only planted different types of peas here. You can see my shadow. So these are all different types of peas all along this row, and they're doing great. Some of them are really getting tall and won't be long before they'll start flowering. And I love, love, love just coming to the garden and eating peas. And I have also really enjoyed the fact that we do not have much in the way of pests bothering my stuff. Here is a volunteer tomato. Have no idea what kind it is. Planted 4 or 5 tomatoes, none of them came up. And here is a volunteer. I don't think it will be able to make anything this time of year, but we're gonna leave it and see how it does. These are just weeds along through here. I'm pretty sure that this is a weed, but oops, sorry. But I'm gonna leave it a little bit longer and see. And I did plant a tiny little bit of spinach at the ends of all of these rows, but we've had some pretty warm weather, and I know the spinach doesn't like the warm weather, so that is all that I have growing. That little bit, this little clump right here, and a tiny little bit right there. None of the rest of the stuff that I planted is growing, so I'll just leave that. Here are muscadines. I think I showed them before, but these are still in pots because we have not set a trellis up yet. Not 100% sure where I'm gonna put it. So for right now, those are just staying there. And so over here, let's go down this row. Here in this middle section, you can kind of see that I sectioned it off. I just raked all this dirt around and planted different lettuces. So I just planted, I just wasn't careful about it. I just planted. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 lettuces along here, and they're all starting to pop up. This is kale. I do know I have 2 kinds of kale planted on this side. So this is one, and then this is some more kale, I believe. And that's all that's planted right here on the back side of the peas. Now the other day, I came out here with some collards, and it was hot and I was in a hurry, and honestly, I do not remember where I planted them. I don't really see much of anything coming up. So we may get some collards over here. I'm not sure. We're just gonna let it go and see what happens. And this underneath here is some seeds, carrot seeds that I had planted. And I see some of them, I see ants Yay, my favorite thing, ants. Some of them are trying to sprout, so soon I'll be able to take this cover off. As soon as they sprout, I'm not real familiar with planting carrots. These were just not my pelleted seed. I used up quite a few packs. I know they'll have to be thinned out, whatever does come up, but hopefully in the next couple of days, those will start sprouting and I can take this cardboard off. And so I'll just kind of give you a little overview of the whole row of okra. It's still hanging in there. I've trimmed the tops of some of them, and I'm still fighting the aphids, but it's trying. It's trying, and I'm getting a few every day, so I'll take that as a win, and next year I'll get this stuff planted a lot sooner. Sorry, I stopped to pick a weed. I picked this because it looks like it's gonna have burrs on it, and I don't want that in my garden. I just pulled all of these weeds against this fence yesterday, and I'll show you kind of while we're right here, because it's hard to see. The fencing is it's green. The camera doesn't want to focus. I went with the green. Some of what I have is black across the back here. This is all black. Same netting, it's just the color black. I like this so much better, and hopefully it'll help with the rabbits getting in and out. They haven't been too bad, but I know they're getting in and out. So in this pot here, this is my celery that I started in the house. I have to go back and look, but I bet I started this at least 2 months ago, if not longer. And I have been told that celery is hard to grow in our climate, so we'll see what happens, but I just kind of stuck it in here, hoping that we might get something. And my echinacea is still trying to make some flowers, and I'm just letting what's on there go to seed. Oh, I see I have ants in there. I'm gonna have to go take care of that today. These are some more beets. I think I should have brought their sugar or something. I got the seeds from a local nursery, so I know they're planted too close together, and I'll thin those out when they get a little bit bigger. So that's it for the for this part of the garden, for the vegetable part. Well, as we walk over to the fruit trees, I'll show you one other thing that is volunteering itself. And I'm not mad about it. I'm just gonna let it go. I don't know, also, I don't know if you can tell. Let me get to the end and I'll show you. There's nothing planted on these little rows that we just tilled it up, and we still need to till along here, because I have this big low area through here, and I think we're just gonna dig a ditch, because it's probably hard for you to tell, but my lawn slopes down back here to the woods. So we moved the fence out a little bit, and it now goes at an angle. So these fence posts here and at the end of this black was the end of my garden before, so it's wider down there, and it kind of comes up to a point on this end. And in the spring, this whole area will be corn, and as soon as the corn gets pulled up, it'll be some winter squash. We're not going to plant, I don't think, as much corn as we did last year, because I don't think we're going to need it. So this is the new part of the garden, and let me show you what's volunteering. It's volunteering outside of the garden too, in a couple of places, but ground cherries, and it's already have done nothing to these, and it's making some ground cherries, so I'm just gonna let it go and see what happens. And we have another little one right here that's volunteering, and I've got to come through here and try to pull as much of this grass as I can. This was our old fence line at the end of the garden before, and there's another gate here to get into the area where the fruit trees are. So my plan is along from here all the way to this fence, this T-post that has a sprinkler head on the top of it. I'm gonna box in an area, and we're gonna have thornless blackberries right here, which I haven't purchased yet, so that'll be coming. And I left myself plenty of space for some more fruit trees here. I plan to keep these pruned down as short as I can. And I'll definitely be putting another fig here sometime this winter. I saved myself enough space for another peach tree if I need one. So we'll just go through and I'll show you the trees now that we got them planted. This is one of the apples. I'm gonna wait till it's winter here before I prune these back. But this has a central leader, and I don't want that shape for this tree, so I'll be pruning back that and try to make it like a bowl shape. When it comes time for that, I'll show you the book I've been reading, and we'll talk about how I'm gonna prune those later. This is the other apple tree. I believe this one's the Anna, and this one is the other one that I can't pronounce the name of. This is my pear tree. It's a Kiefer pear, and you can see how tall that central leader is. That will be coming down so that I can force this tree to grow some more branches down here and be lower to the ground. Here is my O'Rourke fig. These figs I do not believe are gonna ripen before the weather changes. That's okay. And you can see that this fig's already been pruned into a bowl shape, so for right now I don't have to do anything with that. These two trees, this one, sorry, and this one are my pawpaw trees. So I have no experience with these, except that I know that they're a native fruit tree to the United States, and I'll be doing some research to see what I need to do with those. This is my persimmon tree. Persimmons do not really take very much pruning to keep them small. They're a smaller tree, so I don't think that I will have to do any pruning or anything to this tree. And then this is my La Feliciana peach tree. And it's pruned up pretty good right now too. So really the only trees that I'm gonna have to do some major pruning on this winter are the apple trees and that pear tree. And so then I have, let me kind of stand this way and see if you can see. I'm a lot lower right here, but I have quite a bit of space. I'm at the edge of the garden, and maybe you can tell how it's a pretty good space between here and here, but it is sloped. It does slope down. My plan is to put up a section of fencing along the back here and plant some passion vines. I tried planting some last year in a container, and the drought got to it, and what the drought didn't kill, the chickens got to what was trying to grow up on every time it would try to grow up, because it was on the back of the chicken coop, every time it would try to grow up, they would just pick all the leaves off of it that they could get to. So I'm gonna put it back here this time, because I think this is too low for any kind of a fruit tree, but I believe that, especially if I kind of have it closer to this side, that I can plant a passion vine back here. And I am on the hunt for some type of raspberry that has low chill hours, because I would like to maybe put something along here. I don't know. I have to leave myself enough room between this tree and the pear in case I need to put another pear right there if that one doesn't produce good. So that's really it. That's a look at the garden as it is right now. I'm fixing to go fill in some areas and that don't have anything planted in it, and we'll come back next month with another garden update. Tomorrow I am finally getting around to doing my front flower beds, so I'll film that and be bringing you along to show you what I'm planting. I've already picked it out. It'll be some medicinal herbs and some flowers, some fall flowers for us. So hopefully they'll do, tongue twisted. Hopefully they'll do good. So enough of me rambling on. I hope that y'all enjoy this video. I'll give you a little wave. And please give it a like and subscribe. It really helps my channel. And I love you all. I appreciate you all. Thank you for spending time with me today. And I hope y'all have a blessed day. Bye.